In Psalm 32 and verse 8, we read, I will instruct you and teach you in the way which you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. And it's important to realize that that is God speaking there, that God is giving us the promise of his instruction and his teaching and his counsel, but that promise is kind of couched in the fact that he knows us, that he sees us, that his eye is upon us. And so in based on that fact, based on his knowledge of us, based on the fact that he is intimately acquainted with us, he can instruct us and teach us and counsel us. Now, how does God do that? Because generally, I don't hear a voice that says, Judy, let me give you these instructions. But he has given us his word. And his word, which the next chapter of Psalms tell us that the counsel of the Lord stands forever. That this book that he has given us is from generation to generation. It's true, no matter whether we're living today or we lived 100 years ago or we'll be living 100 years in the future. We get counsel and instruction through God's word. We get counsel and instruction not just through the reading of his word, but through the preaching of his word and the teaching of his word. We get counsel and instruction and direction when we fellowship with God's people and when we invite them into our lives to know us in a way that allows them to speak truth to us, the truth of God's word. And we get counsel and instruction when we not only spend time in God's word, but when we spend some time in quiet, so that we can listen for God's voice in the things that we have read, in the things that we have studied, in the things that we have heard. I would encourage you today, especially if you are feeling at loose ends about your life, but maybe even more so if you're feeling like I got this all together, to ask God to give you his counsel, his teaching, his instruction, and to thank him that he knows us well enough to know exactly what we need. And he loves us enough that he will tell us the truth. So let's ask him today, and then let's listen to what he has to say to us.